Hello, my name is Matt Clayton. I'm the Youth Programs Coordinator for Thrive Matsu. Today I'm speaking with Heidi Pace. She's the Programs Coordinator for Tobacco Prevention and Control for Alaska Family Services and also the Chair of Breathe Free Matsu. So she's staying busy with those two roles. Heidi, let's start with your work with tobacco prevention and control. Please tell us a little bit about this role and how you're working to prevent tobacco use, especially among Matsu youth.
Thanks for having me today, Matt. I have a couple different purposes in the work that I'm doing. Obviously, prevention of tobacco use, and cessation, those who want to quit tobacco use of all ages, whether it's teenagers or adults. I also assist with the development of smoke-free policy, whether that be in the workplace or for an agency, and promoting smoke-free housing as well. So helping landlords make sure their tenants are protected with clean air. We are seeing a huge vaping epidemic nationwide, and it has hit our valley. 6,100 youth a day are starting to have it in vaping.
Wow.
And yeah, 90% of smokers begin before the age of 18. So we're really focusing our energy on youth prevention, getting those kids educated, because there are so many that believe that vaping is harmless.
Right.
It's just flavorful air, there's no risk. And so we're really working to get into the schools and in after school programs, summer school programs, and educate these youth so that they can make an informed and empowered decision. And we've really developed a vape-free movement in the Valley, which has been really cool to see, where kids are taking a stand in front of their peers and making a commitment to themselves that they have no intention to ever vape, and are wearing a vape-free wristband to demonstrate that amongst their peers. And so that's kind of a wave that's been hitting throughout the Valley. It's been really neat to see youth getting on board and youth taking a stand, because installing vape detectors in schools isn't really solving the problem.
Right.
Suspending students for having paraphernalia on campus is not solving the problem, because then they sit at home and vape all day while their parents are at work.
Right.
So we're coming up with solutions to really educate these kids and provide alternatives. One of those alternatives is the in-depth program. So when a student is taught with a vape at school, rather than be suspended, they come see me for 3 to 4 50-minute sessions, and I one-on-one educate them about what they're doing to themselves so that they have the information to move forward and make better decisions.
Nice.
I also help school staff get certified to provide this in their own schools as well.
Nice. Well, I appreciate all the work that you're doing to help turn the tide on this. I'm sure it feels overwhelming at times. Heidi, can you share with me a little bit more about your role with Breathe Free Matsu?
Sure. I am the chair of the Breathe Free Matsu Coalition. And the coalition really is a conglomerate of community members, leaders, physicians, the Lung Association, anybody that has a vested interest in having tobacco-free clean air in our communities. Some of the projects we've worked on are the smoke-free Alaska State Fair, working towards smoke-free parks, doing what we can to ensure our community is smoke-free and we can all breathe clean, healthy air. And anybody is welcome to be part of that coalition if has a vested interest. We meet on the second Wednesday of every month at noon, 12 to 1 o'clock. And generally, we meet at the Turkey Red Conference Room. Anyone's welcome to come that wants to get involved.
Nice. If someone wanted to quit tobacco or vaping use, how would they connect to you or find out about resources that are available?
There are plenty of resources available. There are specific resources for adults, teens, and expectant mothers, because each category of population has different types of needs. So we can provide teen cessation groups, support groups. It's a 10-week class, and we spend the first 5 weeks preparing the youth to quit, because it does take a lot of mental preparation to get to that point. And then the next 5 weeks is they're on their journey to quit. So we are working to formulate teenage groups for that right now. So any parent or teen that has interest in quitting should reach out to me. And the best way to contact me is through the Breathe Free Matsu Facebook page. because that's where I'm going to be posting a lot of these class information resources.
Nice. Yeah, and we'll have a link to both Facebook pages, the Alaska Family Services and Breathe Free Mat-Su. We'll have a link to those and both websites, both in the description of this video on YouTube and then also our newsletter. Heidi, are there other resources for concerned family members?
There are. So it's really empowering when I go and interact and present in the schools, because oftentimes kids will come up and talk to me privately and realize they've gotten a little overdose, and they've got a problem, and it's now clicked that that's happening. So there are text team quitting programs where a support coach will text them back and forth and monitor and kind of encourage them and be their support person. So there's resources that way. I can help connect adults that want to quit to the quit line, and they provide free nicotine replacement therapy, whether that's patches, lozenges, or gum, as well as coaching and support education. We're also formulating a Better Breathers Club, which is for anyone who has any kind of lung issue, asthma, COPD, previously had cancer, COVID complications, so that that community of all ages can come together and be a support to one another, because they have a vested interest in a smoke-free community now too.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I appreciate everything that you're doing to help with this issue especially in our area. If other people wanted to join this effort, what are some upcoming opportunities you have for individuals or organizations to get involved?
We love partnering with anyone that wants to get involved. You will see us often out at community events, health fairs, the fair, any kind of activity we're trying to be present at, and having help is wonderful. We have our Halloween Hollow event coming up at the fairgrounds on the 31st from 3 to 8 p.m. And we're looking for people that are willing to come help pass out candy, or that will even just donate a bag of candy. And those proceeds will, and the gifts that are offered to enter into the Halloween Hollow, people can either pay a $6 admission or bring a gift. And those gifts or those proceeds are then used for the Mat-Su Special Santa program, Christmas time. So a lot of opportunities with that program, wrapping, preparing gift baskets, things like that as well. If somebody is really interested in getting involved in the tobacco prevention, I am looking for youth ambassadors, because at the end of the day, if I can come on into a school with one of their peers that is passionate about this issue, those kids are more likely to listen to someone their own age than teen adults. And there are some pretty incredible stories about some of the kids in our community that are really struggling because they live in homes where there's smoke, and they're aware of the harm that's happening to them. And so they're really passionate about this cause.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, I appreciate having you on, and I appreciate your partnership with Thrive. Is there anything else that you'd like to add today?
We are doing a Calling All Quitters campaign. So we're looking for individuals who have successfully quit smoking tobacco. If they would be willing to share their story, what worked for them, what gave them their success, and what caused them or motivated them to make that change. And we'd like to feature them on our Breathe Free Mat-Su page, and those entries will be entered with a $100 gift.
Nice. Well, again, thank you for being on. Like I said, I'll also have Heidi's email address in the link to this video. And so just if you would like to reach out to her about any of the opportunities that she mentioned today, please do that. And you can also check out the Facebook pages that she mentioned for upcoming opportunities. So again, thank you, Heidi, for your partnership with Thrive and the work that you're doing in our community. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Ben.